Tony D and Little Joan, and this is a screenwriter's rant on The Gutter, starring Paul Reiser, Susan Sarandon. It's kind of like a version of Kingpin, a comedy about bowling and wacky characters. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 15, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. I think this movie illustrates the idea, the lower the stakes, the more vicious the fight kind of thing, and the more crazy the comedy, I guess you would say. Susan Sarandon plays the Bill Murray type role, and Shamik, who's the main character. He's the bowler. He plays Walt. Is kind of the Woody Harrelson role. Only he's a bowling superstar, and I think this girl is his agent or girlfriend. I can't decide. And they're winning every tournament and making hundreds of dollars because it's a lower amount. But then they have to beat Susan Sarandon in the third act. It's with Paul Reiser as the announcer and Susan Sarandon as the champ that he has to beat. And so there's a bunch of gross jokes, very much like Kingpin. It's called The Gutter. It's a better name. I gotta admit, that's a better name. That's a pretty fun take. Asinine, unapologetic, and a breath of fresh air, says Collider. Ooh, Collider. Don't trust Collider, but... And what's the name is in it? Oh, God. The guy from The League. What the hell's his name? Paul Scheer. Paul Scheer is also in it. So some funny people. I like the main character. I think he's funny. He's excited to be a bowler. I was a bowler, so I kind of like it. It's called the Super League of Bowlers. Slob, if you will. Bit on the nose. It doesn't look quite as funny as Kingpin, but it looks amusing. I don't know why bowling gets such a bad rep. So low brow, it's considered. But first act, of course, he's a natural talent in bowling, and I think this woman discovers his talent and decides to manage him. I think. I'm not sure. Maybe they're already in some kind of manager-star relationship. Anyhow, he's on a roll. He's getting 300 here and there. And he's kind of like the bad boy of bowling. And he's winning tournaments. And driving around the country, winning tournaments. Making videos, I guess. But then... in the second act, it's on his rise, but Susan Sarandon is waiting in the wings. And in the third act, he has to bowl her and beat her, or else he's going to lose, and then that'll be the end of his career. So here he is, warming up with his manager, who maybe has a thing for him, but he doesn't. I don't know. There's a running gag about him wanting a threesome. He's okay. Shamik Moore. Shamik, it is with an I. Shamik Moore, he's okay. He's got a lot of wacky costumes. His energy isn't quite where I'd want it. I would want his energy higher. Actually, his manager has really good energy. He's kind of okay. Kind of needs to be like, I would have said, come on, kick it up. Just one more. But she's sort of right on point. Paul Reiser seems to be on point. Susan Sarandon, I gotta say, is always on point in a movie. She's sort of playing the crazy champion. And there's a gross scene here. Would I see it? Probably. It's comedy. And we desperately need more comedies in cinema, damn it. I think it'll go direct to video. I think it drops November 1st. It's called The Gutter. Yeah, I think it said November 1st. Featuring all these other people too. There's Paul Scheer. I don't think I'll be able to read the credits. Oh, yeah, I can. Written by Yasir Yashir Lester, directed by Isaiah Lester and Yashir Lester. So a couple of Lester brothers, I think, making this movie. Executive producer Shamik Moore. Okay. All right. So he is the star and he's the executive producer with Paul Reiser and Susan Sarandon. So they're going to be spread out, which I think, like Paul Reiser as the newscaster, kind of spreads them out throughout the movie, and then Susan Sarandon probably doesn't show up till late in the second act, and maybe for the last act is the real event. Not a lot of comedies coming out of a place like Magnolia, so I think it could be pretty amusing. Yeah, I would see it. I'm a bowler, so I would see it. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on the black site and the green site and on the orange site, where they place other videos I can't mention on YouTube for some reason. Tonight at 7 p.m. I will be at the Dragon Shops. They're in Bridgeton, New Jersey, for the night market. That's running from 7 till 11. I will be doing my talk. So if you wanted to come to Manchester yesterday, I'm sorry about that. You could come by Bridgeton and hear my talk on how to hunt the Jersey Devil. Tomorrow I'll be at the Scary Book Fest. That's in Flemington, New Jersey, at Act 2 Books. Act 2 Books. They hold like a different book fair there. They're holding a Scary Book Fair there this year. And then on Sunday, don't forget, I'll be doing the live stream at noon. And then later, I'll be going to the I Heart Horror Trunk or Treat event in Matawan. That's 6 to 9. Hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next one.